Hi, good morning. It's Tanny the Canadian Stamper. Happy Sunday morning. Crafting. We're using the text elements of text as kind of the focal point today for the two. I've got two projects. One is kind of a basic card, and then the other one is what I would call an avid card. So I'm also going to talk about the new annual Stampin' Up catalog that's coming out, and we've got some fun. I've got some fun tips to show you how to add some depth to your projects. So let's get rolling. Okay, so they've changed my screen here. Oh, here, I couldn't figure out how to flip the camera around. I got it. All right, here we go. Good morning. All right, so this is the one we're using today. We're gonna use this big focal point, and then we're gonna use this one. And then I'm going to use my trusty Simply Said. We're going to pair it with the first card with country flowers and the second one with mixed florals. So let's talk about the new catalog first while you're all jumping on, and I'm going to bring up comments. Good morning, good morning. I see you all jumping on. So in the Stampin' Up annual catalog, there on page 139, well, and the other pages, it has the different color families. And so every year, Stampin' Up replaces with 5 new, what we call in colors. So the 23 to 2025 in colors, they last for 2 years. So these ones are retiring when the new catalog comes out in May. So 2023 to 2025. Currently, these are also the Stampin' Up in colors. So there's 10 in colors in addition to the regular color families. And so these ones will retire in 2026. So we're going to use Boho Blue and Pebbled Path, and we're going to compare Pebbled Path with Memento Tuxedo Black to see what the difference is on when we're stamping and coloring images, just so you can see. So in May, we will get 5 new in colors. So these will go away. These will move here, and we'll get 5 new colors. Usually I go to Stampin' Up On Stage Convention. I'm just going to show you what the colors look like. But I didn't go this year. It was a long ways. It was in, I think, Australia, France, and in Raleigh, North Carolina. That one's Pebbled Path. Anyways, it was a long way to go and expensive, and frankly in the States, which I'm not, I mean, when I would have been booking, I wouldn't have known the state of things, but yeah, we're just keeping it local, keeping it Canadian. So usually on stage, you get to have a paper copy of the new annual catalog, and you get to see the new in colors and that kind of thing. But those are your guys that are retiring. So let's do card number 1. Okay, so I've done some prep work. Do I have my comments? I need my comments. Let me just switch to the Canadian Stamper. So Lemon Lolly, this one is Calypso Coral, Berry Burst, and then this is Lost Lagoon. So I'm going to show you what I've colored. So this one is Country Flowers. So if you're just joining, I've got Elements of Texture. We're going to use this one right here. And then we're pairing this card, the first of 2 cards, with Country Flowers. Specifically this piece right here. And then for Country Flowers, I've die cut out pieces to match, to coordinate. We're going to use the brushed brass butterflies as accent pieces. And so, hang on, comments are almost here. How is everybody this morning? What's everybody doing? There I am. Beautiful. All right, so here's our pieces. So standard A2 size card base. And then I've got a piece of Pebbled Path, which we're gonna cut down. And then these are the Lost Lagoon leaf prints. Now, here is the difference between stamping with Memento Tuxedo Black or Pebbled Path. And so the I'm just noticing on here, usually it says in color, but I don't see that this says in color this time. So usually when you're using your blender pens, alcohol markers of any kind, Stampin' Up! Or otherwise, any alcohol markers, you want to use Memento Tuxedo Black because then the ink doesn't bleed with the color. And said, oh, hi, I see you guys jumping on. Good morning, Terry and Jan, Wendy. Let me know if you're here. Say hi in the comments. So here's the two images in the different colors. So this one is Pebbled Path and this one is Memento Tuxedo Black. I colored them exactly the same with the blender pens that you see there. And so you can really see the difference in definition between the two images. So depending on the look you're going for, one of them might be more appealing to you. All right, so let's stamp our sentiment first. I'm just gonna do it in white. We'll put it together dry, put the card together dry so we can, so this is gonna go like this. So let's cut this right out of the gate. So yesterday was Zach's police camp pickup day, and it was a 2-hour ceremony. I took all kinds of photos and videos, and so I'm gonna do up, Lance was in his red serge, and so Lance has said that I could post him in his red serge. I have to double check that Zachary's okay with me posting for him, but yeah, it was really special. It was incredible. So very, very proud of Zachary. So Lance was there in his red serge to present Zach with his graduation certificate from police camp. And yeah, it was awesome. Awesome, awesome. Okay, so for this one, I'm gonna use the Memento Tuxedo Black. I just prefer it. But now the pièce de résistance. We have our main focal point. So this is the elements of text. Does anybody have this yet? Let me know if you do, if you're using it, if you love it. I've seen Kate, the West Coast paper crafter, use it a few times, I guess. And I loved it as well. Just want to get rid of this little doodad. All right, so we're using Pebbled Path. This is a cling stamp, like red rubber. It's very, very fine. Don't mush this into your ink pad. It's not necessary. Where's a scrap piece of paper? I just want to, okay, so the red rubber or the cling stamps, you don't necessarily need the cushion like you do for clear stamps. So I'm just gonna ink this up. This is just a scrap piece of paper because I haven't stamped with this. I want to see what it looks like. Just give it a sec for the ink to transfer. Yeah, I love it. That's cool for a background. Now we're gonna do second generation because that one was a bit dark. Yep, so we're gonna go second generation is what I've decided on our main card. All right, so we're inking this up. And I'm gonna stamp off once. And then I'm gonna stamp in the center. So it's gonna be our focal point. Yep. Beautiful. We're done with this. Now we just have to glue it together. Our pieces. So let's put the sentiment down first, and then we'll pop the other pieces up. I'm almost out of glue. Right, so in the ceremony yesterday, it was at 10 o'clock. So they were at St. Margaret's School, and so I'm using the lines on my thing to keep it straight. And they had a pipe band They had a color party. There was police there from RCMP, Central Saanich, Saanich, Oak Bay. It was lots. And it was awesome. Each of the kids, so there's 50 kids graduating, and they so they're broken up into 5 teams of 10, and each team selected someone to go up and do a little bit of a speech, and yeah, then they did their marching, and yeah, it was a great celebration. It was really cool. Very proud of Zach. So Zach tells us so they did, so all week they did different exercises like it would be to be a police officer. And so they had the Marine section there, forensics, who else was there? 911 dispatchers, they had a theft, traffic, helicopters, Coast Guard, or Canadian Coast Guard, West Coast Marine. Like, it was crazy. They just all out. ERT was there. ERT is Emergency Response Team, and then they had Police Dog Services. It was really crazy how much cool stuff the kids got to do. So they did a video and a slideshow. It was really great. All right, so what do you guys think of this card so far? I think it's easier when I've got all my die cutting and everything done before I do my live. Let's go 3. First card, done. So what do you guys think? Do you think this one would have been better here? Michael, hola, ¿qué pasa? Are you guys still in Mexico, Michael? What are you doing? I hope you're on your hotel Wi-Fi, streaming from the beach somewhere. Thanks for joining, Michael. I feel so special. Okay, there's our first one. Card number 2. Look at that. We're only at 12 minutes after and we're already at card number 2. So this one is more of an avid. I'm just going to move some of this stuff out of the way. All right, so pieces that we're using. All right, so we're still using our elements of text. So we just used this one. So now we're going to use this one. You can't make, and then again, I guess you could kind of make out the words. You definitely can't with this one. Yeah, anyways, I digress. So we're going to pair it with mixed florals, this one here. This is the wood embossing folder, wood texture embossing folder, and we're going to use this big die again and die cut this. So that's that. Now our pieces are here. So we're going to do, again, standard card, white card base. Then we've got the wood grain texture. So I'm going this way with the texture. And then we have our die cut pieces. So now here we go again with the 2, one in Memento Tuxedo Black and one in Pebbled Path. It's strikingly different, isn't it? I think for this one we might go with the softer. And then I've colored, it's funny because I've colored both of these flowers with dark balmy blue, and they're so different. We're using the retiring color Boho blue, but I don't have an ink blender with Boho blue, so we went with balmy blue. But you get the idea. Okay, then there's our other pieces. So let's get this on. Then we went out for a celebratory dinner to the keg. And so Zach is 16. And, you know, it has been a long time since my kid fell asleep in the back of a car. Like since he was, geez, probably in like his car seat. But there was Zach falling asleep in the back of the car on the way to dinner last night. Poor kid. He's still sleeping now. which I hope he stays sleeping for a long time. All right, we're gonna do a thing with this, but we're gonna do it in crumb cake, I think. I think we're doing it in crumb cake. I'm not really sure. Let's get out our scrap piece of paper again. So here's this one. I'm not sure if I want to do first or second generation, so let's see. That's pretty good, actually. That's too light. We're going first gen. I dig it. Okay, so this piece is intentionally, whoops, much bigger because we're gonna do something. So we're just gonna stamp this in the middle-ish. Doesn't have to be exact. Pebbled path, maybe blending in and changing the color. Oh, maybe, Wendy. Yeah, it's possible. On the flowers. I see what you're saying. Yep. The color looks more muted because it's pulled in the pebbled path. Yep. I could see that happening. Okay, so it dries right away, and then we're tearing. So when tearing, see how our the color or the rip is like this? If we were to do it pull the other way, we would end up with this, and what we want is this edge. You see what I mean? So I've pulled towards me to get this, so therefore I'm going to continue pulling towards me around to get the same look. You want it to maybe encroach a little bit on your stamp. It's okay if it does. It's supposed to be kind of rustic. It's just a piece, it's just an element for the back of the card, like that, okay? Okay. Now, let's just put it to, let's do our sentiment just while we're here. All right, so we're gonna do birthday again, and we're gonna do it, where's my white? Here. So this is from Simply Said. Both of the sentiments are from Simply Said. This is in the annual catalog, so I'm using happy birthday and then birthday wishes on the first card there. So I've got it lined up, ready to rock and roll. We're just kind of going, I think this is a 1/4 of an inch strip. Nailed it. All right, so that's good. Now let's add this. So this is gonna go like this. I don't want it to be perfect. I want it to be off-kiltered. I'm actually not gonna glue it yet because I wanna see how it looks on the card. But let's do something to this piece. Choose a green. If you want a green color, you could use whichever works for you. And we're trying to, not trying, we are going to add just a very, what is this, light? Yeah, this is light. This is actually too dark, whatever. We're gonna just add some green. It's not, I mean, you could color the whole thing if you wanted to, but I just want it to have a little bit of color. It's very artistic. There we go. I'm kind of jealous, you know, Michael and family are in Mexico. Our other friends are going to Mexico next week. People, spring break. Zach's friend is in Japan right now for a school trip. Everybody's traveling, I love it. It's very exciting. All right, so now we're just gonna add, we're gonna start adding our layers. So this is like an avid card because we've got several layers. And I'm not convinced that we're leaving this. I might need to cut this piece up, but let's kind of see how we go here. Because this one's covering it too much, and I want these long pieces more like this. And so this is gonna go like this, and then we're gonna have our sentiment. Okay, so that's that one, and then here's the Memento Tuxedo Black. Okay, what do you guys think? Do you think 1 or 2? Which one? Do you like the black that pops more? Maybe let me know in the comments. I'm gonna doctor up this piece here. I'm casing this from, who am I casing this from? It's an artisan design team member. Let me see if the name is on here. Where's my mouse? Whoops. Just wanna see. Nope, 2025 artisan design team, but I'm not seeing the name. So this is a very dainty piece. We worked with it, I think 2 weekends ago. So I take that piece off, and I don't want this, I want it to be more flowy. There. So if you were to chop that whole piece, all of these are gonna become independent. I don't necessarily want that. I do, I'm gonna have to do it. Okay, let's just commit. We're cutting. We're cutting. Yep. It's good because then we can I think maybe like that. Let's add some green. I think this, in general, this green is just a bit too dark. But it's okay. All right, so if you are a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, then you can see the new annual catalog already. It'll be available to the public in May. If you want to be a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, that's an option too. Then you get early access to the catalog and lots of other stuff. And the Craft and Chat for April is full. So what's happening here is that I want these elements to kind of have their own space. Okay, what are we doing? Oh, you guys are saying 2. My mouse is not working for some reason. Let's go here. I can't read your comments. There we go. 2, 2, 2. Jan says memento. See, now I can't remember. Was this? Shoot. Which was this? I think this was. Sorry guys. Did I say this one was number 2? I think this one is 2. I messed that up. 1 and 2. I think we're doing this one. Maybe let me know. I got too busy chatting about things. Forgot what's what. All right, so sticker sheets, if you prefer to have all of these elements with glue on it and glued down, I'm okay with it not being committed to having glue on all the pieces. So the sticker sheets are your friend, if that's what you prefer. Yes, okay, thank you ladies for commenting. We're going memento black. So like this doesn't look awesome in the background here, but it's okay because they're just elements for the back and they're gonna kind of all get messy together and create our focal point. This one is intentionally tilted off to the side. And I feel like maybe I add this piece. Yep, that's a thing. Then we've got some nice, I mean, you could cut that. I think you could cut it from cardstock. What color am I thinking would be good? Soft sea foam, I think would be a good color. Let's just trim this a titch. Hi, Lance.
Hello. This guy know I'm coming?
I think so. I'm almost done, and then I can help. All right. I think I'm gonna pop this one up. And we're almost done. We purchased a nightstand for my mother-in-law. I'm gonna go pick it up. Facebook Marketplace. That's what Lance is talking about. Yeah, so what else do I have to tell you about? I think, you know, when shopping for Stampin' Up, I think, for me anyways, a good rule of thumb going forward is checking online. Checking online for new things, keeping up with clearance rack items, new kits, new online exclusives. Like, there's just so much that comes out all the time. The catalogs are amazing to have for inspiration, but checking the Stampin' Up website is really where it's at to stay current. I think I'm gonna do this. What do you guys think? I dig it, if I do say so myself. So I think I'm just gonna go on the far side. So I popped this up, so I'm just gonna, where the sentiment goes over the popped up piece. Yep, yep, yep. Love it. All right, so I will see some of you next weekend at the Craft and Chat. The next one will be in May. It's half full already. So it's popular. Okay, we're gonna add some blue to keep with our blue theme. Pulling out the blue. I think I'm gonna stay down here. I think that's it. That's where we're gonna stop, right there. I agree. I think I like the, I think it could have worked actually with either. It's good. It's a good choice though, team. All right, so there's our two projects. So there's that one, the Avid, and then here's our original one. So with the elements of texture, there's our two projects. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Have a wonderful Sunday. And we'll see you next weekend, Saturday, for sure. Saturday, we're back on track for Saturday morning lives and crafting. Oh, Jan finally got the stamp cut and emboss machine. You will love it. It's amazing. It is amazing. Have a fantastic Sunday. Try and stay dry. It's supposed to be an atmospheric river around here. It's a good day to stay in and craft. And we'll see you again. Bye for now.